is Louise Smiton. I'm 15 years old and I'm the drum major of Ulster-Scots Pipe Band. I have seen drum majors at parades and some competitions and I thought that I'd really like to do it. I started drum major at 8 years old and I have been doing it ever since. The first time we were out with the band, I thought that it was amazing and I felt so proud that I was able to get so far with it. So I'd only been practicing for about maybe 4 or 5 months before I actually got out with the band, and I thought that this was the best thing ever. It was quite scary at the start, but then after maybe a couple of parades it was okay to get used to. But like also because we were on tarmac all the time, it was pretty scary in case we dropped the mace and then we left a dent in the head. Mace would probably be about 150, 200 pounds, so somewhere around there.
Tell the truth, how many have you dented?
Every mace that I've got I've probably dented.
My name is Victoria, I'm Louise's mum. When we first started thinking about Louise starting to join the band, I played pipes. Husband Adrian, he plays the snare, so it was natural for the kids to start being involved with the bands, and we'd always been around bands. So Louise had said that she was interested in being a drum major, so we started to seek out a tutor that would be able to teach her so she could go out the front of the band.
The first band I ever was with was the Speg Pipe Band. Yeah, I'd started parading before I started competitions and I was with the Speg. Well, the way that the grades works, it's up in ages. It's not really in who's the best, but you kind of have to compete to be the best.
Louise was 7 when we first met her tutor, and she started lessons in September, and by the following summer she was going out to compete.
I was at Greenock for the British Pipe Band competition, and I was competing in the juvenile grade, and it was my first year up and I picked up 3rd at the British.
What does that mean to you?
It was amazing. My face, according to others, said it looked like I won. Like, I was really happy with it. Yes, hard work was definitely paid off. I'd be practicing usually twice a week on Mondays and Wednesdays, and some nights I'd be out on Friday nights.
I'm very, very proud of the hard work she puts in, the time and effort that goes into practice. Like even from the very start, learning how to flourish, how to hold it, how to throw it, how to control it. It's taken a lot of years, but hard work pays off.
The highest competition would probably be the Worlds in Glasgow. I've been at the Worlds since junior grades. There was only junior, juvenile and senior, but I've been doing it for about 4 or 5 years. The best I've got has been 7th. Some people don't find it as amazing if they don't get, first. But some people, like for example me, I'd be really happy if I even came 5th. Like, 'cause you have to work to get up to the prizes. And even if there is only maybe like 6 or 7 out and you hit like any prize, you'd be more than happy with it. And I'm always really happy if I ever win a prize. Whenever we get to a competition, I'd usually take a practice with some of my friends up in the arena, and then afterwards we'd go down to get ready. I'd usually start off with putting on the shirt, the shorts, the socks, the garter flashes and the shoes, and then I might take a cup of tea or take a wee bite to eat before we continue to get ready, because then after that I'm not allowed to move at all, or else Mum would be angry. Then we put on the kilts and get all the socks like in line and the flashes in line and have the laces level, and then put on the spurn, the tie and the waistcoat and jacket, and then my hat, and then we go up to the arena to get judged on how we look. And if we don't look right, then we'll have a mark down, and then we may not be able to come first because of the marks. Yeah, it's not the biggest part, but it can affect you maybe getting out of prizes. As some people get marks on their marching and deportment, they might get a prize because of that, and the other person might have lost that because they had a mark down in their uniform.
We are so proud of Louise, and no matter where she comes in, prizes, not prizes, no matter where she comes, if Louise comes off her run and goes, I did my best, and I felt good about that, that's all we need. The additional pressure is, as Louise had said, about dress and about making sure that the uniform's right. That's the pressure on us. Me not doing my job right with the uniform might mean that Louise had an excellent run and would have hit 1st place, but because I didn't get the uniform right, she came maybe 2nd, maybe 3rd, maybe more. Maybe
another practice, and then we go on for our run, and we'd probably do around 4.5 lengths. We have to do where we have to work on our marching and deportment and our flourishing, and then it'll come up to the finale time after that, and then we get to hear all the prizes.
Work in progress. She's had 9 years to enhance on her skills. I've had the same 9 years trying to work on the uniform, and I have to say the very first time I ever went to a pipe band competition, I watched all the mums and dads down on their knees checking people's socks and thought it was crazy. I'm now one of the crazy people, the rug to get down on my knees to make sure that the socks are sitting right. So it is worth the time and it's worth the effort when it supports her and how she goes.
I've made loads of friends during my years doing drum major. My best friend Caris, me and her have been friends since the start of novice grade, whenever we started around 8 and 9, and we've been friends ever since. Even whenever we were competing up against each other for champion and champions, we never lost our friendship. No matter what, we were still really happy for each other. Yeah, I've been competing against loads of my friends, but like no matter what, I'm still really thankful for them.
The drum majors are definitely the forgotten hero in the band scene. Sometimes it's very much all about the bands and grades, and I play in a band, husband does as well, but the drum majors are definitely, sometimes the arena is maybe further away than you would expect, so maybe people don't go to stand and watch the drum majors. A lot of the time the people watching the drum majors are people that are linked with the drum majors in some way, so it's the same family and the same crowds and the same community around the arena.
Everyone's really supportive, and Mum especially whenever it comes to dress. She's always the one that helps me get the uniform spick and span more or less. And Dad always records my runs. I'm really thankful for both of them to be there. Yeah, I'd hope to be able to continue doing drum major until I'm up in the adult grade.